All right, so we are back into this game here. Game two. Fuller, I'm curious to hear what you think the keys to success are for each team here.
I think, unfortunately for DW, I think the key to success here for MDE is keeping up what they've been doing, getting Monty ahead, and having their solo lanes not get behind. I think for GW, I want to see a very similar jungle pathing from BFan early. I think that early kill on Zeri was really good, but I think maybe we got to keep focusing that and preventing Gabe from getting ahead. He's going to play a hyper scaling character, and I think they're giving up more and more bans. Actually, we're seeing no Monty bans in the first round, and I can't say I don't think that's a mistake. I think that's gonna be an issue.
Yeah, I think I have to agree. And also going to the key points here, I think MDE just needs to execute the same game plan as they did last game, seeing as how is their most decisive victory of the tournament so far. Wouldn't be surprised to see Monty on like a Smolder or Zeri. I think GW, I think they have to build off of the early B-Fan gank. You know, they got I think it was First Blood last game. I think as long as their bot lane just stays alive, denies the new ganks, keeps pressure off of top, I think they should be okay.
And hold the phone here. Now, I've
These are
never
some
seen Jet
picks.
play Talia. I've never seen Jet play Talia. I have seen Carter play Talia thousands of times. Probably not thousands, but hundreds of times. Carter's a Talia gamer. I think we're gonna see an AP carry in the bot lane.
So context for the chatters here. Carter is a mid laner. He is playing bot for GW. This most likely is a Talia bot. Talia bot, Vex mid, probably Maokai jungle.
Could be. I could also see it working in support, though, keeping those guys in the bushes, preventing the Blitzcrank from walking up. I do think that Blitzcrank is going to be scary with their current draft, though.
Yeah, a
And
lot of pick
it's
potential there.
absolutely, and especially with the Talia Vex, not a whole lot of mobility to dodge that hook that's available for dodging hooks, and that Smolder. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. I think we've been seeing lots of custom games about Smolder is going even sometimes into the late game, but as soon as he hits that certain point, it's kind of curtains. So they're gonna have to keep up that pressure, and they're forcing themselves to keep a good tempo. And you know what? I think they're not understanding. I don't think it's Talia jungle. I really don't. I think they're banning out Carter champions, anticipating him to play something else, but I think it's Talia bot lane.
Yeah, I do too. And I really think GW needs to draft some more lockdown for this Smolder. If they're gonna let Monty on a scaling champion, they're gonna need a way to lock it down for sure.
Agreed. Right now they have no in. That Maokai R, it's gonna be very difficult to follow up. If you dive after the Maokai R, you're just gonna get Blitzcrank ulted. It's gonna be very hard for Vex to dive because of that, because he's not gonna be able to get his jump resets immediately or at all if he's gonna get knocked up or hooked during it, especially. Nocturne, an interesting pick, and
There's some lockdown, you know. Maybe B fans just thinking, hey, if I ult the Smolder followed up with a Maokai ult, should be a free kill.
I see the vision. I think the peel is too strong right now. I don't think they have enough poke or enough follow up, and especially that Galio. I do not see GW getting in on this team comp. I think they, until we see these last couple of picks, I'm giving the draft heavily to MDE right now.
Yeah, MD, they are just looking to protect the president here. Galio mid lane. Guy
Oh my
Confetti
god, or guy.
confessing that Galio mid has felt weak recently, but you know, they're not drafting him for the damage. I'll tell you
No.
that.
And okay, I think it's gonna be a TF top. And
Yeah, it's
seeing
looking
that in
like
professional
80.
play,
All right.
If we pick Yumi, we're just
All
canceling the
right.
tournament.
relax.
That's not what you
I'm
use your
here for it.
counter pick on, though, right? There
No,
we
but
go.
I also don't think that their alt is too bad. I actually think the Yumi alt could be interesting, but I think the Quinn, the blind on Smolder, he does do some auto attacks. He does have tons of damage from his ability, but
I think if Subsonic could perform on this Quinn, it could actually be quite the nuisance for MDE here.
absolutely, I think I genuinely think now, seeing that pick, I could see this comp working if they're able to create enough space so they have to send more than one character. Less lockdown for that Smolder. Nocturne Zex might have a better Nocturne Vets Talia even could all in on him pretty aggressively. So I think that win con here, what I'm seeing after this draft is Quinn hyperscaling and be an issue and being all over the map because she's gonna be able to outroam everybody, even with teleport.
Yep.
And one thing we haven't really discussed, we kind of just jumped right into this game, but uh, guaranteed winners did get to choose their side for this game as they lost the last one, and they did choose top side, which is also the counter pick side. But something to note, because it does seem like most of the time the team opts to go on bot side. So just something to keep in mind as we go into this one. They actually chose this setup.
Absolutely. I think the counter picks are powerful. I think the first pick might be a little bit more powerful, but it really depends what you're drafting. So I'm curious to see what they're working with here.
Yeah, I will say heading into this game, MDE just has a pretty standard Smolder comp, which, in my opinion, it's the better comp, but I am loving what I'm seeing out of the GW team comp here. They may not be playing for the championship, but they're here to give us a show. I think this Quinn Nocturne Talia bot could be a fun game.
I like the spice.
Yeah, the more I look at it, the more I'm like, all right, we're cooking here.
All right, we play some bets on this game.
Name the over under
I th-
for time.
I think I think we get a Nocturne First Blood here.
Nocturne
Oh.
First Blood.
Oh,
Yeah, I think he's gonna do just a fast clear, maybe head top.
Double down. It's on. It's gonna be on the top laner. You think?
Yeah, I think if they could get like an early kill onto Nocturne or Quinn, it's just gonna kind of make or break their comp.
I agree. Sub
I'm
in these
curious to see what's
games.
gonna work.
Oh, go ahead.
No, please carry on.
I was just gonna say sub in these games has been playing some like uh I'll say selfish carries, I guess. Like just the Alawi and the Quinn are like, I'm gonna do my thing and win the lane. And it's like kind of harder to transition that to some of the team fights, depending how that goes. I'm
Yeah,
just
especially
curious.
with teams are coordinating. You're seeing a lot of that in the last game where he was making some really good plays, but immediately what happened was the other team got their bot lane ahead and then sent three people multiple times up to get him, and that's just a tough situation to be in. If you're not ready with a deep pink ward, or someone's going to give you a heads up, or maybe even people tracking the jungler tightly, it's going to be very difficult to get that one to succeed. I do love the 1v9 gambit though. I think we've seen some games earlier in the tournament where Sub got really far ahead, but his team was behind in other places. So I like what he's cooking up. Opting for Ignite, and we got teleport on both the bot laner and the mid laner. So that team's gonna be all over the map. Maybe they're just looking to be pushing lanes all over the place and not group as 5. I don't think they win the 5v5 unless there's a gold gap. So
Yeah, I also do like Jet on the comfort pick with Vex here. Vex, I don't think is the strongest mid laner right now, but I think Jet's able to perform on this champ. So
agreed. And you know what? I'm not sure if it was banned, but I honestly think Ari could have also fit in this team comp extremely well. I'm surprised
True.
to see him only pick Ari one time.
Are we gonna see an
considering how
invade
well he
here?
did.
This is the
It's
first
looking
invade
like
of the
it.
tournament?
First invade of the
But
tournament.
both teams are looking for something here.
They're not ready. And this is one thing I called out, but oh, look at that defensive warding. They don't want any of it. They anticipate the Blitzcrank. I think I want to see Michael win around the corner. There's no vision to be gained from being on that edge of it, except for giving away your position, getting hooked. He's got to run, and he's going to get pulled. Oh, I think without that passive, he gets hooked there.
Honestly, pretty heads up play by GW here, recognizing that while teams have just been doing the 5-point defense with the Blitzcrank, you can never expect what's going to happen level 1.
And they don't know this, but I would love to see some Nunu early ganks. That Nunu level 3 can be really deadly if he gets time to roll up that snowball, but we have 4 wards on cooldown right now. The first few minutes are not going to have any wards where they want to see them. Nocturne positioning extremely aggressively right now. They're looking for the bird pick. They're looking for an immediately. I think he's got to start fear. I think he got to start fear. Oh, and Beefhead's not ready. Oh, but he shows late. He didn't know.
He showed late. Baited out the dash from Urgot. Urgot may have to flash here.
And that is it. That is it. Excellent play. First blood going on to Subsonic. I think he wants to... Oh, he's getting help with the blue. Personally, since he has teleport, I want to shove that wave in immediately instead of helping on this blue buff. But I think getting the jungler ahead is good. We're seeing with jungle changes, though, stealing a buff does not do nearly as much as it used to. You're not going to be as far behind in XP. You're not going to be as far behind in tempo. It's a lot less to be gained. Looking like both junglers are going to opt to vertically jungle here. We're seeing Nunu going straight into his blue side, and I expect Nocturne to go back to his red side, and they're basically going to call it even.
You know, depending on how fast Nunu finishes this blue, GW might be able to spot him on the Gromp ward, never mind. They do have a ward above blue buff, but... Oh, that's MD's ward.
And this MDE bot lane getting that fast level 2, lots of creeps ahead, and I think they're just trying to get hooked, but Ben's walking up. I think he's going to be able to secure a hook there, but just looking like a bit wide. I'm loving seeing them farm out. I mean, Smolder in a free farm lane is pretty scary, but I'm not sure you're able to do. A lot of hook potential. And wow, look at that mid lane scrapping. We are only 3 minutes in, both mid laners out of pots.
Yeah, this game's extremely hyped so far. We got Nunu sitting bot.
And huge hook.
Landing the hook.
Good flash, but oh, and they don't have the damage. Monty opting a farm. Oh, and definitely gotta be aware of those cooldowns, especially on that fear from Vex. If you don't have that fear ready, that Galio is coming at you. And John, look at that plate damage this early in the game. That's a very tanky tower. Forcing Burt out of lane. An entire wave
Not
ahead.
having teleport is very tough.
Yeah, Burt burnt that TP. It's gonna be another wave. And flashing in. Wow. You know what? I'm not a huge fan of aggressive flashes, especially into a Blitzcrank. But I think it's worth it to get that flash off both mid laners. Now it's a very gankable lane.
Yeah, I'd expect the junglers to start feasting here. A lot of sums being blown early.
It's looking like MD recognizing John's resetting. I think that's going to slow push into John, so great wave setup. Can we get a quick minion count on the top lane? Oh, but hold on. Nocturne floating through mid. Huge walk up. I like Gin and Juice tanking here. It's going to be difficult for the land a hook. Oh, and Carter walking just too far ahead, and he's in danger. No flash. It's going to be a first kill to Monty.
Blowing exhaust. I'm not sure if that was necessary, but nonetheless, great pickup there onto the Smolder.
Absolutely. I'd imagine his exhaust is back up for Nocturne is level 6. We'll see how fast BFA can power farm. And just a very unfortunate wave state right now for GW in the bot lane. This is going to push forward, and it's going to stay ahead. If I know Gabe, I think he's going to trim this really aggressively. He's going to try to keep that frozen. But he might be opting for a clear to reset and buy.
Yeah, I don't know if they have enough health to freeze it. How low they were at, honestly, just try and shove it and get it back off.
Sure. And now we're seeing that fear off cooldown, and I imagine God Confetti's gonna jump in here. Once these minions get cleared out so he doesn't hit them. We'll see. I think he might be respecting the jet damage now, getting both of them on the amp tome. But with Luke with the slight edge with boots, Jet opting for refill pod.
So we have MDE bot lane taking their backs now. GW on Gromps.
Look at that trade, dude. I think we've seen more than one time in a custom game where the subsonic top lane Quinn has just gotten ahead and it's just been a nuisance and a menace to deal with. And here it is again, no fear available, so Luke's just going to go in. Jet going to trade back, get his electrocute proc off, but I think that's a huge advantage to that Galio. The tankiness is going to let him win those trades very easily.
Yeah, this Galley's taking great trades. He's just waiting for Vex to blow fear on the wave, and then he's just going in, knowing that he can get his full combo off.
Absolutely. I think we're going to see Jet holding abilities, especially how low his mana is. Looking like he's using more abilities than the other mid laner is. Now, first plate going to Subsonic, making Burt work for all of his farm. What are that, like almost a 2.5 wave farm lead, and I think it's just going to keep getting worse. And as a top laner, you love being able to harass them here.
Mhm. I think Subsonic might have to be careful just because Urgot does have flash up now and ult.
Absolutely, that's a huge amount of burst, but he whips the R. John having to all in. Oh, not quite. He's going to bounce this wave. See,
It's
walk
going to
up.
be another bad back for Urgot, sadly, not having TP up still.
Absolutely. Not ideal. Better than losing. Oh, and you really got to be behind that minion wave against this Blitzcrank. And nice job surviving. Sack the wave, it's fine. I don't think you re-engage here with Nocturne at all. Maybe you just prevent a dive.
Yeah.
Clearing that Tri-Bush vision, I think it's great. I think you want to hit that vision orb to get more information here, but he's opting to not hit it. I think it's worth to see what their ward situation is. Also, that mid lane's missing. And Carter teleporting back, and B-Fan's in a tough situation here. I really think he lost some information and not hitting that vision cone.
Yeah, I'd like to see Vex roam here. You know, Vex is at full health, taking a recall.
Has ulti. I think you guys see a Vex R, but you're not starting your own terms to be tough. But Subsonic's opting to jump in. And now we got 3 sets.
Great
Michael Wynn on a great
there.
flank. Michael Wynn has to this cube. One more auto. Oh, not with the flash, but he gets the kill anyways. It doesn't matter. Subsonic.
Wynn just keeps going in.
I think if he has his team with him, it's over, but they're for some reason playing so careful, even though all of them are over half HP. I think you start this dragon, let B-Fan path right to it, and you know what? You gotta take these. They take a slight gold lead here. I love the Subsonic. He already has that farm lane that he can sack a little bit of farm, like, catch up a bit. I'm not loving Jin and Juice's positioning right here. I think they'll get some information, but I think there's a chance he's gonna get picked here.
Yeah, I think Jin and Juice should just take it back here and try and time his reset with the rest of the team.
There it is. He's opting for the recall. Risky position was working out. Great first dragon from them, and you know what? This might be the movement we're going to see.
Yeah, all things considered, 1-for-1, giving up a play top for drag. Probably give a slight edge to GW here, but Urgot is getting back in the game a little bit.
Absolutely. I think that's the tricky part, is that if Quinn's going to be roaming, I think the lane is just so long now, it's going to be very difficult to be able to do that without giving up some experience, letting Burt come back a little bit. I might want to see B-Fan going up to the top lane gank, and we're going to see Hex Flash in the mid lane, and Jet juke down, opposite jump, flash. I bet we're going to see that Blitzcrank back there in the next 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Here's what we're talking about. I would really love to see them look for a gank while freezing top lane first. Oh. And then
Quinn's in a precarious spot.
Quinn move, but Quinn not having flash. I think if
Quinn's
he does a backflip here, and there it is, mechanics.
Great Quinn tech.
That was very slick.
Ooh. Wow. By a hair. Ben is swinging for the fences here. This Blitzcrank is looking so scary, and we're going to see Nunu clear these cups very quickly. Nocturne on 6. Level 6 Nocturne, very, very small. But especially this top lane, I'd actually kind of like to see B-Fan path this top Tri-Bush and look for an ult onto this Urgot. And this Blitzcrank is just taking flashes left and right. That's his 3rd flash cooldown he's forced in the last, like, 3 minutes. Oh, and Doomido going for an aggressive play.
Going in there.
I actually think a huge winning condition here is going to be harassing this Nunu in jungle with the Quinn Nocturne. I think they're underutilizing it right now. Especially since Galio exists, and the more Galio gets ahead, the easier they're going to be able to follow up.
We got fights everywhere on the map.
Pulling him in, and huge taunt by Guy Confetti. It's a 3v2 here, but he's doing tons of damage.
No way.
They're going to clear this up. Where's Subsonic? He's going to finish the
One
auto.
more hit.
There it is. Great room from Jet. We just need bot lane to stay alive. Giving up plates is A-okay. I think Michael Wynn needs to leave here. If you get hooked, you are losing tons of leads your team is just clawed for. And that's one thing.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was talking about in the pregame here. You know, GWE's applying all this pressure topside. They win a huge fight. They just need their bot lane to stay alive, and Michael Wynn and Nautilus to accomplish that. So
Absolutely, and you gotta be careful. You gotta be respecting this as a possibility. And Ben not feeling he had the hook. Maybe it would have been a CD. And I think you want to be gone here. Oh. Carter with some really good movement. I'm not confident enough to dodge that many hooks in a row, but he's opting to get some damage in here too. And I think I'm liking this Talia. This hook's about to be off cooldown at any moment here.
What is this opportunity item that Quinn bought? I literally have never seen that before.
It gives move speed when you're out of combat, so I'm expecting Quinn to just roam a ton here.
It's made for Quinn. Okay.
And after being out of combat with enemy champions for 8 seconds, gain 5 to 10 lethality. The bonus remains for 3 seconds after dealing damage to an enemy. So perfect for Quinn to be landing in. And then it looks like you actually also are going to get a movement speed bonus on takedowns.
That seems pretty good for Quinn.
Quinn the item, and we're seeing Quinn 2-0-3. I think John is an incredibly strong player, so I'm liking him picking a comfort pick and just getting a lead here and trying to leverage it. I'd love to see a GW win here. I'd love to see a game 3.
As do I, you know. I'm not ready for the moon to get destroyed just yet. I don't know about you guys.
Hot take, I'll say it. Big Moon fan over here. Big Moon fan.
I don't know if we can prove that it's real. I gotta watch what I say on the internet, actually.
And aggressive roam from Quinn here. I would love to see Quinn Nocturne. I want to see Nocturne on top right now from Tribush. And it's looking like we might get it.
It is only level 1, keep in mind.
I think you can reach from nearly try.
There it is.
Perfect.
Yep.
We got dashing in.
And
Going
you
flash.
gotta leave. You don't have the burst.
God,
Force the push.
Vex
Force the
is
push.
here.
Vex needs to turn this wave. I think Vex needs to show so he can't walk away. Vex needs to show.
There
That's
it
fine.
is.
Great
Excellent
pick
clear.
by Jet.
Great play by Jet. I think Jet goes right back to mid lane. Galio's looking for the alt bot. They have to be aware of this. 4 people bot. They don't have a wave. Looks like we're gonna get the first tower. I think this bot lane needs to back up.
Dragon is also
Yeah.
up in about 10 seconds here, and both teams are pinging it.
Nunu going for that aggressive blue buff, and I don't think Jin and Ju go, you know, you can't be clearing that.
You gonna live?
No. Oh. Forces a flash.
Having to expend Blitzcrank Flash, which might be pretty big here, but there's a ton of fighting over vision in the bot lane. I think Maokai just needs to hug the tower. Like, every time he's gotten a clear ward, he's gotten hooked, or at least Tulia's gotten hooked as well. So I just don't think it's worth it at this point. Just kind of let top just do their thing.
No, and funnily enough, I think their vision setup on Tribush is perfect right now. If we look at that bot Tribush one more time, they have wards outside of it. They're going to be hard to sweep. They're not going to be hit by pink wards, but they know if there's an immediate threat. They don't quite know if there's someone at blue buff, but then you ward that bush easily too.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, and we're looking again for a pick on Burt. We're going to keep Subsonic ahead. He's going to be feasting this game. There's nowhere to go. Another Nocturnal top lane. And that's going to be another kill going to Subsonic, I'd have to imagine. No flash up for Burt. And there's Subsonic ready to hyper carry. Both solo lanes playing extremely well this game. I'm very impressed. I think the Galio played laning phase perfectly, but I think this Vex has just had a little bit better roams, and I also think that the Vex have been providing damage where it's going to be more of a support Galio this game.
Yeah, Galio
just
hasn't had the chance yet to get any good ults off.
I will say, I would love to see Galio building a health item. He does not need to build damage this game. I think Sheen's really strong on him, but I really don't think that with the current setup of his abilities, I think he's better off getting like a Roa first item or something that gives some health like a Leandry's.
I agree.
LOL, Leandry's not even gonna be health anymore. I'm thinking of the, wait, what? Doesn't it build Haunted guys? Who even knows?
Collapse mid.
Flashing out of it. Galio ult getting canceled. It's a 3v2 teleport mid. I think they got back up. Huge resources expended.
Yeah.
What was that question, Fuller?
I thought Haunting guys built into Leandry's, but I think this.
It does, yeah.
I
Right?
was looking at an old, yeah. I was looking at an old wiki. I'm not sure why that popped up first. Yeah, Landry's giving you 90 HP. I'm sorry, 90 AP for health. And Galio just scales real nice with that. Could be a second item though. I'm not opposed to going Sheen first and getting some health items after that. And I think this is a recipe for a GW win. I think Nunu building Landry's is extremely greedy here. I think we need some frontline, and right now, no one on MD is building frontline. They're all building damage. I don't think they need to.
Yeah, Dragon is up in a minute here. Urgot doesn't have TB, so I'd expect him to just kind of walk to the fight.
Oh, and you know what?
Oh,
I love this
got
play from Carter. What an ultimate from... What a zoning ultimate from that Talia. Excellent play. Mike will win saying, I'm not out of this. And I will say, I haven't mentioned this yet, but GW had a pretty rough day yesterday, all things considered. But I really think a lot of their players had really good days. I thought they were playing really nicely. Just had some close games that didn't go their way. I think Michael Wynn's been playing excellent all tournament, especially for playing a role he's not typically playing.
Agree.
Yeah, I was very impressed with their gameplay. It was kind of sad to see any team go 0-3 as there is a huge engaged top lane, and Frigosar might turn the tide to get that shutdown top.
That is a big shutdown.
Wow, just a 1v1.
That play of steel-plated caps can get a passive count on that one. How much damage is that denied?
Oh, how much damage have the steel caps denied?
Yeah, I think it shows that, right?
I don't think it does.
No, it does not. I think you have to have a mod to dead. Never mind. But I bet it's a lot.
This guy uses mods.
Not personally.
Yeah. I know
Check
a
the
guy.
disc.
I know a guy.
I love seeing Jet roam, catching that farm. I think it's really important in these games. I think overall the game quality is really high, so you really can't be sacking gold. You can't be leaving minions on the table. You have to be eating it everywhere because the other team will be. 2-0-1 on Jet.
So we have both teams collapsing on Rift. Oh yeah, Quinn's just looking to get this started here.
Monty. Oh, he's still down Monty. He's got to take that. He's got to take that. Huge damage. What an ult from Jet. They're zoning out Monty. They got to re-engage in the jungle. Jin and Ju's going to look for the lockdown right real quick. Off CD, but he's alone. Looking like their team's on different pages. This is really easy to do in the comms, but I genuinely think if everyone follows Jin and Juice there, they get a 3-man there, if not more. I think there's a misplay there because now they're fighting around tower and now they're eating tower shots left and right. This is a team fight that should have gone DW, but they got unfortunately split. Blitz hook is off cooldown, and now they're gonna go. Oh man, unlucky.
I think not having Talia in the fights in the jungle just makes it pretty hard for GW to get the fight that they want. Because, like we were saying earlier, MDE wins the 5v5 team fights. GW is looking to try and split them up and get fights in their favor.
Absolutely. I just can't help but think if everyone committed to the chase with the support there, I think they get a couple picks and walk out together as a unit. But since they got so split up, they're just easy pickings. And Mets,
oh, Mets.
Shutdown gold going to Subsonic.
With Dragon up too.
And we do see these fights are close. Still a 2k gold lead on the side of GW. They're setting up for Dragon. We've got... Now, what are they called? What are those little things Maokai's chucking? What are those little guys called?
Saplings.
Yep. These little saplings. Saplings set up. We're going to know Bo Gumphrey's walking up. Bo Gumphrey dodging it. I think GW's playing on this hook very, very well. I don't think Ben's had bad hooks. I think they've been playing positionally very well.
Yeah.
And lockdown with the smite. Dragon lead. 2.4k gold. 1.4k gold lead. 1.1k. Math's so hard, dude.
Is this a Hexal?
Oh, it's
Hexal?
looking like it.
I think that's really good for GW if they can get it just because they have range top. Talia bot.
Now, I'm very intrigued where Jets can take this alternator. I think if he's not getting a huge influx of gold, Storm Surge. If he is, Shadow Flame.
Yeah, I'm not too certain on what the new Vex build is now in Season 14, but I'd have to expect, dude, I forget what this item's called. I might just cheat and look up a Vex build.
It's looking like he's following the standard build, which is going to be Lethal Luden's Companion into Storm Surge. You've been seeing some mid laners in some regions opt to not build Luden's Companion just because you can waste the passive on, like, minions very easily, and if that happens before a team fight, it can be a huge nerf to your damage. But It's still a good item. Lots of burst out of it.
Yeah, now that we're 20 minutes in the game, I want to do a stat check on the Smolder stacks here. I don't know if we're able to do that. 179. Say he's racking them up.
What's the is it 225 is the big threshold?
I'll keep it a buck with you. I have no clue.
It's a
And
great
huge
dodge
counter
there.
engage. It's a 3v2. B-Fan's making space.
This fight's so
Jaden's
split.
making space. And yeah, I think you can't be walking into the jungle there. I think you got to be walking straight up to meet with John because now you're just caught in no man's land.
Great
W,
spell shield.
but
Oh my!
cancel his teammates full. Doesn't matter. That's a Baron.
Yep, they're looking at Baron here.
If I am GW, I am hunking abilities. It's 21 minutes. They're taking lots of damage from this, actually. They're pretty low. This is shredding magic resist. That's what Baron does. You cannot face check, especially when they have vision. That blitz hook, I was saying they're playing around it nicely, but there are times they're just not getting respected. And I've been thinking they've been playing very well, but I think MDE is going to really pull ahead here with the map with this Baron.
Yep, MD's just that much more consistent. Gets a big gold swing in their favor. Now they're going to look to get some towers here.
Notably, even before that Baron fight, MDE had taken the gold lead just slightly. Now they're up 3k. I believe that's the first time they've been up this game, maybe?
I think so. And Talia finishing that Seraph's Embrace. Looking like we're going to get a Haunting, guys. See where he opts to take that. I'd have to imagine it's Leandries instead of Riftmaker. And I was going to say I actually would like to see Jet also maybe opt for Leandries. There's a lot of HP in this team. Not a ton of them are. A little bit out of Burt. It looks like that's a Jock Show, Hullbreaker topside. And this is a 3v2. They're not now it's a 3v3. I think they have more damage technically, but now we have 5 people mid lane. I'm not sure how I feel about this. I think they could really...
Yeah, especially with the Urgot Hullbreaker, you know, I actually like that tech knowing that Quinn's going to roam a lot. I'd really just want Urgot in the solo lane with Baron minions and Hullbreaker.
Just give me a blind hook. But I think they're so confident they're 5v5, they can just walk this in for a dub if this just goes poorly.
Yeah.
I think they're trying to force the issue.
One hook.
Oh. And here's the issue we're kind of seeing. No front line. They have to hard engage. And this could be a late Galio ult. But
Mito going on Smolder, him and Maokai.
This
Smolder's officially dead.
Rough, though. Huge taunt. Jet almost getting the resets, but not quite.
Pick up the Nunu.
Support battle. We're diving. Not by choice.
Get him. Yeah, one more. Yeah. And that's a 3 for 5 or 2 for 5.
Yeah, honestly, that fight looked really close at first, but I think Nunu had a great ult there and just completely denied GW from doing any more damage.
Absolutely, and I think we're kind of seeing the issues that we kind of called out in the draft. I think the idea of diving aggressively hard here is a great idea, especially against the Smolder. They have too much CC. There's too many guys to dive through. You're not going to get through Nunu, Galio, and Blitzcrank without losing some people. And I think we just saw that just there, but Subsonic looking to make this worth it. What is happening? Oh, why is Jet teleporting?
Big shutdown on the Galio. Dragon is up in 5, so it looks like GW
Oh my god,
gonna...
they're spending tons of resources. I like the shutdown. I hate that teleport, respectfully. He could have teleported out of that bot wave and pressured the dragon. They gotta run. They know it.
They're just sprinting the dragon.
3v5. This could be playable. They don't have a ton of damage. Monty
swirl.
with the early ult. Great idea. You gotta keep running at it. They're slowing down. You can't. You gotta
Great
commit.
hook.
MD gets it.
Man.
Uh-oh. They're gonna get run down.
I think so. Just slow.
That's slows.
Carter throw on the field, maybe a W, and Ben's going up for the Jet. And
Talia might have to...
Talia's ulting ult to get out. Oh no!
That was...
I think you want to ride that wave the whole way. Get into the minions. Bob left. Bob right. He's got it. I think they can live here. Oh, huge play from Carter.
Yeah, they should be able to just clear these waves here.
I would have loved to see a decisive run-in on Dragon. I saw a lot of hesitation from a lot of characters on GW. I think that kind of made it trickier for them to finish that fight and let the other team finish Dragon and turn on their own terms.
Mm-hmm.
Beefy, not sure if anyone's there walking with the W. Probably does not know he's standing on a ward.
Looks like both teams are stabilizing here. Have to imagine Smolders hit the stack mark.
229 on that stack
Okay.
count. On that stack count.
These are going to be some tough fights from here on out for DW.
Absolutely, that gold lead just getting pulled further and further ahead. 4K is definitely reversible at this point, but they really need to fight on their terms, and they need some picks, and they got to split up the other team, because these 5v5s are not going to go in their favor.
Well, just the vision control to MDE, they just have wards everywhere in this top jungle. It's really making it hard for GW to get the picks that they want. GW just kind of grouping up, trying to see if they can pick off someone.
Gone. Using that Yomu's, but not quite in a position to use it. We have Baron up in 30 seconds, and I think this vision game is going to be tricky. Bert's going to have to teleport in. Honestly, they don't know it yet, but I think as soon as I see Bert bot lane, I want to force a fight somewhere and hope he's late to the teleport. And this is actually, a tricky spot for Sub to be in. Just barely misses the hook. He's so fast. Oh, huge engage onto the Smolder.
We have the Talia coming in too.
Talia ulti. Excellent play.
Great Vex
Galio
ult, too.
ready. Galio made that really hard to jump onto, but this is going to be it. There it is.
That was
perfect
a
execution.
perfect fight for GW. That's absolutely what they needed to do.
Talia are ideal. They're gonna opt for. They're gonna go for Baron. They need Sub here to take it.
Did that
he
hit?
Mess with that. He just mess with that. Go in, James. Go on,
There
son.
it is.
Yes. I love it. Zone. You don't need to commit. Just keep him off. Sub taking care of Bert. This is perfect for GW. This is what they need to be doing.
Yeah, it's gonna be tough for this coin to hold off the base and Urgot. Also, too, like, a 50-50 with the Nunu is really tough.
Oh, man, you gotta... Uh-oh. Are they getting
And
off?
this is the disadvantage of not having an
They
AD
cannot
carry
do
bot.
that. I genuinely think the other team just... Oh. If I'm not Urgot, I'm re-engaging. Nunu heals like crazy on it. Does good damage. I think it might be able to finish it if they're staying at 6k still. Unlucky to not have the Baron Tread. Sub having to go back to take care of that Urgot. Still a huge fight for them, but Baron being on the map for their team is very scary. I think if MDE gets Baron, that is GG.
Yep.
And it's looking like they know that as well. They're trying to keep Wave shoved out. They're trying to keep vision control. If they get Baron here, they can just walk down through mid, honestly. Both lanes on the side being pushed out in MDE's favor. Big waves getting made up. Something like 2 waves at least together. Galio, no teleport, no ulti. And honestly, I'm ulting this Smolder mid lane again. As soon as he appears in the minions, I'm ulting him again on Nocturne.
I think Quinn's in a pretty nice spot, actually, if they can recognize that this Blitzcrank's by himself. But yeah, just the vision control is...
I love it. Right back on the game, but now I think it's too late.
But
Your
I
team
think
can't
GW
follow
is too far back.
And now they're giving him multiple kills right before his dragon. And Michael Wood and Sub laying down heavy damage. This is not bad for them, actually. Hold the phone. Mike will win and Sub. We need a W from Mike will win. Oh, no.
Great flash by Urgot.
Absolutely, and I think Talia's playing this really cleanly, but just not quite enough. Oh, excellent ulti away.
Great wall.
Talia, dude, this Talia is playing out of their mind. I genuinely think they needed to ult that Smolder when they were in mid lane, and their team could have followed up with the Vex Talia ults, but they waited too long to let their team group up.
It's easy to get carried away with the Coin and Nocturne movement and have your team just be a little too far behind in the fight.
Absolutely, and honestly, this Nocturne, does he have Axiom Arc? This is up every 2 seconds. But this is the stuff you have to do. You have to immediately recognize a numbers disadvantage and immediately Nocturne all through it.
Oh my god, this Urgot is just a tank.
Oh my god. And we've also said that in other games, everyone's playing extremely well right now. You're not going to get picks, you're not going to get advantages without sacking something else. You got to make sure you're picking and trading up. That's probably the hardest part about these customs right now.
Yep. Looks like GW will concede Dragon. No Dragon Soul yet.
That Smolder is just printing damage. I'm scared of it. I'm not even in this game. And they are just choking on every amount of XP and gold from the red side jungle. I don't think B-Fan's getting more CS outside of lane minions too often here.
Yeah, I was gonna say props to Demito because even with all this pressure in this jungle, he's still able to keep up a gold, or at least keep this gold advantage even. It looks like we have an engage.
To see it. Excellent. Keep going, James. Keep going. Another ult. Yes. The other side of it. That's fine.
Oh,
take out the Galio. Turn Galio.
Galio.
Oh, but they're gonna opt for Monty. Huge comp from Galio. All their damage is still on the map, though. You gotta keep going. It's looking like they don't want it. Oh my god. This Talia is playing so clean. That was a great W. Domidu too far ahead. He's alone.
Yeah, Quinn's coming back.
Oh my god. Then the
Urgot Fear.
Urgot Fear and ultimate. And now we're seeing that damage out of the Smolder. It's too late.
Vex does have Fear.
And yeah, Carter's playing around the vision very well. And you know what? They're both living. That's all you can do. You got to reset now. You cannot clean up this bot wave. Oh, I like the ult, actually. Jack can get in and take that mid wave. And Talia can clear the spot wave.
3 for 3. A lot of fighting in this game. Just for that aspect alone, I would love to see Game 3, but it's really hard for GW to get a tower with all this fighting going on in these even trades.
Especially the inhib down mid. It's not looking like they've been having a good chance of moving that forward. Obviously, they're getting some golden experience eating those minions up, but even right now, it looks like Maokai's eating that gold, which you don't exactly need. Baron is up. I do think it's a Baron into GG. I think this might have to be a Soul Gambit for MDE, and maybe we need to see a DW team turtling long enough to see Elder hit the map. I think that's going to be the only chance.
I think Maokai needs to be careful for a hook here.
I agree. You can't keep walking up. Oh. 6 cents. Felt it from the other side of the wall.
That was very close.
Someone check his computer. Oh, now don't fight for the pink. It's not worth it. You don't need it. I would love to see a second blue trinket on the side of GW. They only have one, or do they have two? I lied. They do have two. I do like seeing 2 of those just because randomly it's easier to get a safer war without getting picked. I don't think you necessarily need 4 sweepers.
Looks like MD is going to start Baron here.
And Smolder's opting to walk up. Pick comes here on Burt. I'm not sure if they're going to be aware of it. And this is also where I would like to see Jin and Juice. I want to see him warding stuff that aren't the bushes. I want these paths warded. I want stuff that can be swept less often and pinked less often. Because you just need some kind of vision. Any info is better than none. They have a chance to engage here. Carter with the teleport. I'd love to see that teleport happen right now.
Yeah, Carter needs ult.
But he's late.
That is just a Smolder cleanup.
And unfortunately, that might do it for us, ladies and gentlemen.
You know, MDE, they saw Talia bot. They knew they had Baron. And after the Nocturne engage, it was just a pretty free cleanup.
Look at this camaraderie until Galio messes it up.
For the minion and beautifully executed by MD. I gotta give it to DW. This is a really strong team. I thought They really put it all on the line. Can't be disappointed about that one. I thought they put a great fight.
Yeah, GG's to both teams. It was a great series to watch.